Hello, dear brothers and sisters. How are you? Welcome once more to our daily gospel. I'm Sheila, and today's gospel is from the book of St. Matthew, chapter 6, verses 1 to 6, and verses 16 to 18. First of all, let us ask God to guide us, to help us to understand the key meaning of this gospel to our lives. Amen. Let's go to the reading. Be aware of practicing your piety before others, in order to be seen by them, for then you have no reward from your Father in heaven. So, whenever you give alms, do not sound a trumpet before you, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and the streets, so that they may be praised by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward. But when you give alms, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your alms may be done in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you. And whenever you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to stand and pray in the synagogues and at the street corners, so that they may be seen by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward. But whenever you pray, go into your room and shut the door, and pray to your Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you. And whenever you fast, do not look dismal like the hypocrites, for they disfigure their faces so as to show others that they are fasting. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face, so that your fasting may be seen not by others, but by your Father who is in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. So, my brothers and sisters, you have here in this Gospel the three classical expressions of piety: almsgiving, fasting, and prayer. And they are very important to the Lent time, but also not for that time, but true for all times of our lives. Each has an important place in our relationship with God and each other. Prayer, without some element of fasting and almsgiving, could become so heavily, but would be no earthly use. Fasting without prayer and almsgiving might end up in simply dieting. If you give alms but have no time to pray, or some self-denial, perhaps our motto is do good but avoid God. Also, they can be motivated by selfish or generosity. The key to our choices is where our hearts are. You can ask yourself, my brothers and sisters, is our heart set on God alone? Do we sometimes set out to get praise or admiration from people? Or do you want to be applauded by others when you do some of those good things? So, my brothers and sisters, we are asked to carry out almsgiving, prayer, and fasting in secret, so that just God can see what you are doing, and you will receive the proper reward. So, wherever you are doing, you should be sincere in love, because just like that, what you are doing will last eternally. So maybe you can ask God for that you can have our heart free to do those things sincerely, and then you can get the proper reward, the proper outcomes from their acts. Because, my brothers and sisters, if you want just to be seen by others, so maybe you don't need to do things related to God. Because if you want to do something to be praised first from God, you should do those things in secret. So, once more, those three elements of fasting, prayer, and almsgiving, they are so good elements to help us to deepen our faith, but also our relationship with others, with our neighbors, because they help us in relation to God and in relation to others. But the sincerity of how we are doing those is what comes first. So, my brothers and sisters, I ask God, from this meditation, He can help us to understand that the best thing than to be admired, to be seen by others, is to be praised by God from what you are doing. So by this gospel, you can understand the proper importance of those things to our lives, but first of all, to God. So, my brothers and sisters, thank you for watching. Have a nice week.